So guys, we are going to be drafting the back panel of this Bustier tube, okay? So some minutes ago, we were just done drafting the front panel of this Bustier tube with a bust side darts, okay? So if you watch the front panel drafting, then you are blessed to be seeing the back panel drafting. But if you are just joining this class, right, I would like to let you know that we have drafted the front panel of this Bustier tube, okay, with side darts. All right, the front panel of this Bustier tube, okay, with a side bust dart. This is the back panel of it. I would advise you to ensure that you watched the video for the drafting of the front panel, so you are totally equipped, in knowing how to draft a proper bustier tube, an off-shoulder bustier tube to be precise, okay? All right, so we'll just go straight into drafting of the back panel. It wouldn't take time. It wouldn't take time at all. So the first thing we have to impute is our vertical measurements, okay? Our vertical measurements. The first, don't forget that it is an off shoulder, and the first thing you should do is to put out your off, okay? Take out the off, how off you want it to be. For the front panel, we took off 6.5 inches. So all our measurements will be starting from 6.5 inches. So the first thing we are going to do now is, before we do that, right? Okay, the first thing we are going to do now is to take our bust points, okay? Which in the front panel, it was 11.5 inches, okay, for the front panel. So of course we are maintaining the same here, okay? We are maintaining the same here. We are not going to be doing under bust for this back panel, so we'll just go straight to the M. The M, everything, the M is everything was 20 inches, so we are doing 20 inches for the M. Okay, that was exactly what we used for the front panel, right? 20 inches. Don't forget, it is an half length drafting, okay? So we have 11.5. We are not going to be taking for the on the bust, and then we have the M, okay? But please, I would like to let you in on something. For the front panel, right, we did 2 inches bust dart. We closed our bust dart by 2 inches. So that 2 inches that we used to close our bust darts for the front panel, we are going to be deducting it from the M of this back panel, so that it will be balanced, okay? You have succeeded in eliminating that bulge around, your zippers, your waistline when you install your zippers. I'll take it again. The 2 inches that we used to close our side bust dart, we are going to be eliminating it, taking it away, minusing it from this back panel, okay? So I said earlier that the total inches M we have for the back panel was 20 inches, right? We are going to reduce it to 18, okay? And how did we achieve this, right? The half length is 17.5, okay? Half length is 17.5, right? We went ahead to add a 0.5 inch to it to make it a total of 18, okay? Plus 2 inches seam allowance for hemming. That gave us 20. Now, if our half length is 18 inches, if we minus 2, okay, for the bust darts, that will take us back to 16 inches. So that 16 inches, we're going to add 2 inches for hemming. That will give us 18 inches, and that is what we have here. Hope you understand. Yes, I do. Please do well to give this video a like, a thumbs up, and do well to ask your questions. It is very important, okay? In the next video, we are going to be drafting, the next live video will be we are going to be drafting a mermaid skirt, okay? A mermaid skirt with a cut along train at the back. Is for a bridal, for a bridal, right? So we are making this is actually a bridal dress, okay? The bottom part is going to be mermaid, and then it's going to have a train, a very long big train at the back, and it's going to be a cut along. If you want to see that class, do a thumbs up and write I want to see that class. Okay, we're also going to be having hip and butt drafting and sewing. We're going to be drafting it. If you want, if you also want to know how to draft hip and bust, so come in to install hip and bust in hip and butts, enhancements into your garments, right? I would like to see that hip and butts training. Is a free training online here, okay? So you have nothing to worry about. So after doing this, this is our bust point, this is our M. We are going to take our zipper allowance 2 inches. So this ruler is 2 inches. I'm just going to use it to measure 2 inches for my zipper allowance, okay? Just like that. So once we are done with this, the next thing we are going to take right now is our dart measurement. Okay, we are going to impute our darts. In the front panel, we use a 4 inch, so we are going to do the same here. Okay, we'll take it upward here like this, and then I'll connect it with a straight line just like this. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. If you're hearing any, my store is on the road and people, at liberty to play whatever they want to. So after doing this, I am going to be taking a dart of 0.5 inch, 0.5 inch on both sides, okay? And then I'm going to connect it up here. So I'm going to measure 9 inches, okay, downward. By doing 9 inches, I have to put my tape rule at 6.5, and then this is my 9 inches. So I mean, on the flip side, you can just go up by 2.5 inch from your bust line, okay, to get where you want your darts to get to. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it like this, but I'm not going to be cutting it out. It's just going to remain there. When I'm transferring this to the fabric, I will do that just like that. So after doing this, then I'm going to take my neckline. Okay, don't forget, in the front drafting, we tightening our upper chest, but for the back we don't need that. So I'll just go ahead to impute my shoulder measurement, which is 8.5 inches. I'm going to take my armhole line by putting my tape rule at 6.5 inches, and then locating 8 inches, 8 inches, which is the armhole. I already given you the formula on how to do that. 8 inches, and then I'm going to connect it like this, okay, and then connect it like this, and then I'm going to get my ruler to create my armhole curve, a tiny one, because the space is also tiny, just like that. And once we are done with that, I want my back to be a little bit deepened, so I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, okay, like this, and I'm going to use my ruler, okay, to create it. Give me the other ruler that is bigger than this, to create, my back neckline. So they've gone to get me the ruler. Whilst we are that, we're going to impute our horizontal measurement. So my bust is 49 inches divided by 4. I'm going to be having a 9.75, okay? So I just connect like this. I just connect it like this, okay? So this is for my back neckline, like that. And then I'm going to use a straight ruler to complete it to the zippers, okay? Hope you are understanding what we are doing. These things are not difficult if you can just get the basics right. That's why we are here for you, okay? So we're going to be imputing our horizontals. So the bust is 9.75. After dividing by 4, I'll do that. I will add 1 inch for joining right? That's 1 inch for joining, like that. Okay, we have a little take off around here that's extended. You calculate that, you can actually measure and add it, and then you go ahead to add your regular seam allowance. So I have 9.75, 11, 10.75, okay, 10 point, so let me make it 11, 11, 13.5. So I'll just make everything 14 inches. Don't forget, everything is starting from your zippers, not from here, from where your zipper line is. Okay, hope you understand, from where your zipper line is, right, from where your zipper line is. So we have 14 inches, 14 inches. I'm going to be extending my line. Then for the waist, it's 35 inches divided by 4. So it's not difficult at all, guys. So we have 8.75 plus 1 inch, 9.75 plus 1 inch for joining this piece and this piece together. That's 10.75. Let's zero it to 11 inches plus our 2.5 inches seam allowance. That is 13.5 inches. Okay. So just like that, I'm going to be extending my lines like this. Okay, and then I will connect. All right, I will connect like this, straight up. So basically, guys, we are done drafting the back borders. It's not difficult. I'm going to bring the front borders and place it side by, especially this part, and see if it is equal. Gang gang, do you see? Do you see? This is equal, right? This is equal. Okay, I came down. How did I achieve this armhole? So 6.5 for the front armhole. What we have is 6.5. 6.5. So we are supposed to have 8 inches, but I went ahead to use 8.5 inches. So we use 8.5 inches for the front armhole. So we are going to do same for the back armhole, okay? So that everything is properly in sync. So I just add the 0.5 inch to it like this. Okay. And then I reconnect my armhole like this, so everything is in sync. So if you look at it now, everything is equal, right? The sides are equal. It's very important that you do all of those cross checking. Okay, so we are going to go ahead right now. We don't have any dots for this back panel to close. All right, there is no dots to close for the back panel, so I'll just go ahead. But before we cut off, I would like to contour my back. I would like to eliminate more bulge from my back area, okay, the waist area. So I'm going to come down here. Okay, I'm going to come down here. I want to be eliminating up to the tune of 1 inch, okay? So there is no bulge at all around my zippers, right? You can eliminate from 0.5 to 0.75 and then to 1 inch. I want to take off 1 inch, okay? And then I'm going to connect it back up here like this. Okay, so this 1 inch that was taken off, I have to replace it here. Okay, I have to replace it here, so we are not in short of our measurement. I bring that 1 inch back here, and then I connect it back here. So at this point, the shape is going to be looking very funny, but don't worry. By the time you start putting the garments together and start joining your piece together, everything is going to align well. So that is also very, 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 very important. Okay. So I'll just go ahead right now and start cutting out. So if you have found value in this class, please do well to like, share, give a thumbs up, ask your questions, and don't forget the classes that we are going to be having, the live classes, the drafting for the hip and butt enhancement, the mermaid with string, skirts. If you're interested in those classes, please indicate so that we are going to be cutting this place off. Okay, don't forget we are eliminating every essence smudge around the back area. I'm going to be transferring this into my fabric. Okay, and then show you the sewing process. Okay, stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead to subscribe so you don't lose out on all of this trainings. So like this. Okay, this is the back panel. I'm not going to be cutting this out yet. When I place it on my fabric, I will now um, transfer it into the fabric before cutting out. So these are what we have. This is the back panel, and these are the front panels, guys. Hope this class was helpful to you. Do well to give a like, give a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in our next class. Okay, bye bye for now.